I'm Michael Diamond. This is Muscle Central. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and leave a comment. Okay, looking at the two battles between Hadi Choopan and Samson Dauda. I'm talking about the Arnold Ohio and the Arnold UK. The difference in the degree of separation between the two of them is apparent. When in the Arnold, Ohio, it was a slam dunk. It was just absolutely. You looked at Hadi, you looked at Samson, you knew right away before the show really started who the winner was. The Arnold UK, it was a little closer. I used the analogy, a boxing analogy. You got a fighter who gets knocked out, he gets hit, goes down, he's down for the 10 count, fight's over. And yet, he doesn't get knocked out cold, but he's taking such a beating, the fighter. The referee steps in, stops the fight, technical knockout. I would say that the Arnold Ohio was more like a out cold knockout, whereas the UK would be a technical knockout. You know, if you listen to Tyler Mannion in his recaps of both, that's basically what he was saying. In the Arnold Ohio, when he gave his recap, he didn't even do a pose-for-pose comparison with Hadi and Samson. There was no need. He said it was so clear that there was no need to do that breakdown. In the recap of the Arnold UK, he did do a pose-by-pose breakdown where he gave 6 poses to Hadi, 2 to Samson. And the Arnold Ohio, it was straight place, straight across the board, first place votes for Hadi, prejudging and finals. In UK, Samson got a first place vote in the prejudging. Samson got a first place vote in the finals. It's still pretty unanimous, but a little closer, if you would. Now, some people say, well, Samson made improvements in those 2 weeks. I personally don't think there was any improvements. To me, it looked pretty much the same. Okay, maybe a little tighter, but nothing extraordinary, nothing major by any means. The difference really lied in the fact that Hadi didn't bring in quite the package he brought in Ohio, and that is not the difference between the two of them is not in what Samson, whatever improvement Samson might have made. It's more in what Hadi didn't bring this time, and it's 100% explainable and understandable. It was 2021, where 2020 or 2021, where Hadi came in to the U.S. 24 hours before he was set to step on the Olympia stage. I don't remember which year it was. That's a close call. For the Arnold UK, it was 12 to 14 hours before he was set to get on the stage. He left the United States 24 hours before he was supposed to step on stage. You know, we all know that a flight, especially a long flight like that, can definitely have an impact on the person's physique. And then in this case, not knowing, it's one thing if he took a last minute flight, but he knew he was going to step on stage. He knew he was going to be able to make the flight and step on stage. The visa was secured. For whatever reason, he decided to go at the last minute, which is not the smartest thing to do. But it wasn't even a situation like that. He did not know whether he was actually going to be able to get on the plane to go there. That stress could have an effect on the body also. So, where am I going with this? Let's say Samson made some improvements. To say that's why the gap was closed a little bit between the two of them, I think is not giving Hadi the credit he deserves. Maybe the gap between them was closed just a little bit, simply because of the situation that Hadi was put into. Not knowing until 24 hours before the show you're going to even be able to get into the country, and getting off a plane 12 hours before you step on stage, and to get on the stage and look as good as you did. You know, the situation was a little different, and Hadi had his visa secured sooner, and he was in the UK a few days before the show was scheduled to start. It might have even been a bigger blowout than the Ohio show was. Okay, I rambled off a little bit over there. If you agree or disagree with what I've said, let me know in the comments section. This is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.